As of writing this, Geometry Dash has been out for a little over 12 years. Wow, that's older than most of you watched, and within that time, the content around the game has evolved. So today we'll look at each year of GD on YouTube and talk about the average content around then. Oh yeah, before that, make sure to join the Discord server in the description and subscribe because at 4K I'm writing a breakup song about BFB Pillow. Alright, enjoy. 2013 was when GD first released, so obviously the content wasn't the greatest or most interesting. At the time, it was mostly showcases by Darnock and other early players, bad quality, no talking, and no Subway Surfers gameplay. Not much else to say here, especially since very few people knew about or played the game. This was when GD started to pick up, especially after the release of 1.9 since it brought the game to Steam. Level showcases were still a thing, but people such as EVW and PewDiePie started doing Let's Plays / challenges. I'm guessing the main reason people love these so much is because they wanted to watch their favorite YouTuber suck and rage at a cube game.
My mouth is gonna be on fire. I shouldn't have said I was gonna be on fire because that's like a spicy reference to this freaking Tabasco sauce.
But while this was happening, updates for GD were becoming less frequent, which means less content to report about or explore. 2.0 came out around this time, meaning there was a spike in creativity with all its new features, like custom backgrounds and moving objects, that people surely wouldn't abuse. Along with this came the rise of YouTubers such as Nork the Childa, making completions, icon stories, and tutorials, GD Colon also doing similar things, and a very specific cyan icon, man. Anyway, people were still grinding levels and demons. And with Bloodbath's release, players grew more interested in hard completions, with the race between Riot and Cyclic fueling it. Oh yeah, and since 2016 was the MLG era, we had that too, along with Raising 717 Electrodynamics memes. Lastly, we can't forget the absolutely phenomenal, unforgettable, loud and colorful dubstep intros. Everyone and their mom had them, okay? After being stuck with 2.0 for a staggering 1.5 years, 2.1 was released, and shortly after 2.11. And with this update came a slight shift in content. For one, demon completions, particularly extremes, became the big thing, and collabs / mega collabs rose in popularity, with projects such as Digital Ascent and Bloodlust. Rather than being hard, I mean beating hard levels, creators started leaning towards the more humorous / funny content. While the clickbait has stayed bad, some trends started around now, like EVW with the recent tab, which is somehow still popular today, as well as the generic 2.1 level showcases, resulting in this classic. On that note, there were some absolutely immaculate clickbait releases, such as the new song Lenny Face in Geometry Dash /hack ? And Geometry Dash 2.2 mode with the very realistic and believable thumbnail, yup. I definitely didn't fall for that as like a 10-year-old. Basically, this time period was when content for the game went through a bunch of changes and became more diversified rather than just being level completions or Rage compilation number 38. Now we're getting slightly more modern. The content of now well-known creators like Colin, EVW, Woolsey, and Juniper are getting progressively more similar to what they make today. People also had more time to create videos and mess around because of a certain pandemic that occurred. While some old creators were still around, there was sort of a new generation of channels. And despite completions not being the only type of content now, they were still popular, and YouTubers such as Technical gave viewers more variety. Demonless-wise, the scene was growing more competitive, with prominent people like Zoink and Space UK showing up around now. We don't talk about space though, but you get the point. More modern stuff. Yippee! During the last 2 full years we had with 2.1, I'd say GD went through a sort of limbo stage, mainly because of the lack of updates and the fanbase that was overall getting tired of waiting. Although the community did what they do best and kept the game alive with cool level showcases, hard completions, and sometimes original ideas, mostly by Colin, SD Slayer, and others. This is the year that the long-awaited 2.2 would release, specifically in December. Until that happened though, content mostly stayed the same as some people accepted that the update just wouldn't come out. But that all changed with the GD10 video, announcing an official release date, which revived hope in the community. X-Creator Goal along with other news channels began to report all the time, and the hype was insane! Until it got delayed. Yeah. However, when the update did eventually release on December 19th, or 20th, depending on your time zone, of 2023, everyone went wild because there was so much new stuff to explore. Some experimented, such as building their first 2.2 level, others talked about / explained everything new, while others made tutorials. The update allowed for a bunch of new video ideas. Lastly, there were some mobile creators who hopped on the game again with its return to the Play Store, and YouTubers such as 8-Bit Ryan, who hadn't played the game for years, came back to check out the update. Alright, we're now in the present day and I can confidently say GD content has gotten worse. Even if a lot of new YouTubers are popping up, there really aren't that many that post good content consistently. The amount of unoriginal, sloppy shorts continues to increase daily, and some content creators have turned to the more saturated or Mr. Beast style with things like cash prizes and stimulating editing. Obviously, I'm not harassing anyone, and neither should you. I'm just stating how it is in the modern day. There have also been way too many controversies such as mythic ratings, event level drama, gauntlet drama, blah blah blah. It's all dumb. This is a stupid cube game, don't take it too seriously. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you like this scripted style since I don't make this kind of stuff too often. Alright, now I have to do a real quick outro so the retention doesn't go down like crazy and make the video look bad. Like and subscribe. Okay, bye.